everybody, it's Deborah, and I'm going to show you my cross stitch whips, which are going to look a whole lot like last year's cross stitch whips, because my cross stitching want to just went shoo and went away somewhere, and I have not done just a whole lot of cross stitching in 2023. But I'm hoping to find my motivation for this coming year and finish some of these projects I'm going to show you today. So the first thing I've got is in an April 9 Designs project bag. Charlotte makes beautiful cross-stitching project bags, and this is a little kit. It is a Mill Hill kit that I've had since I think the early 2000s, and yeah, it was put out in 2000. I bought it on darn near free clearance sale at Michael's that Halloween, and this is as far as I've gotten. So when I started 2023, I think all I had started was the tree, so I've done a little bit on it. And it wouldn't take much to finish it. I just have to find my want to. It's got beads on it, and it's got a couple of little button charms on it. It's all in the kit. I just need to sit down and give it some love. So what I'm going to do is I've got this new workspace here that I've created. I am actually going to sit this out with another project that I am going to work on for the next 3 days. I'm knitting some sweaters. I'm going to work on my sweaters, then I'm going to switch on to one of these other projects, and for the next 3 days I'm going to go back and forth between a hat and that cross stitch and see if I can't make some progress on it. My next ones, I've got more than one in this project bag from my local stitching shop, my local needlework shop, Stitcher's Garden, is the one project that I have given some love to of late, and that is my Witchy Stitcher black Phillip pattern. So this is what the pattern will look like when it's finished. And I think the last time I showed this to you, I had just finished the top panel. So I have almost done with the words, and then you repeat essentially this top panel with a few changes here upside down on the bottom, and then it will be done. So I just need to show it some love and get that finished. This is on Fire Poppies, or it's not Fire Poppies, I think it's still City Stitchers that does this blood spatter fabric, but I bought it from Fire Poppies. This is going to be a gift. This is 32 count blood spattered linen, and I am going to give this to my tattoo artist when I am done. So I already gave her something that I made. It was a deer skull that I painted, so I'm not feeling too bad about that. Then the other thing that's in this project bag is something that I have not worked on at all since I last showed it, and that is my Trans Pride Tapestry, which is, this is what it looks like when it's done. This is from Uncanny Kari and D's 20 Stitches. Haven't touched it at all. It's still right where it was at. This is on some Be Stitch Me. I think this is 28 count, and I'm doing 2 over 2 on this. So it'll work out at a 14 count. I haven't touched this at all. I love it. I just haven't worked on it, and I'm sad to say that. But hopefully this next year I will have more energy to work on things like this. So get these two. I'm going to get the little Halloween one done first, and then I'm going to move on to probably the black Phillip pattern. So get those knocked out, because those are the two closest to being finished. So get those done so I can get them knocked out. Wouldn't take long probably to finish either one of them. So this will probably be my next 3-day focus piece after I work on my little Halloween cross stitch for 3 days. Okay. Then the next one is the We Believe Sal by Notorious Needle, and I was making all of these as individual patterns, if you recall. I was making all these as individual patterns because I was going to make a mobile for my office, and that is still the plan. So the Sal was one big piece, or you could get these individual patterns with the borders. So I'm opting to stitch the individual patterns with the borders. I think there's 13 or 14 total, and I've got 10 of them done. So I'm working on women's rights or human rights right now. Okay, and what I would like to try to do is to change the colors of this, or I was going to add some other symbols with the trans symbol colors, and maybe, I don't know, I will see. But maybe I'm overthinking it and I just need to do it straight and get done with it. Is what I'm thinking. I wanted to try to add it, but I think that's what got me hung up, and I put that aside, and so this is as far as I am on it. So we'll see. Again, not a hard stitch. It's not huge. It just needs some love. And since I've moved my work area back here, I've got to figure out where I can put my stand so that I can use it to work back here, or put it back over by my chair. I don't know which yet. Then, in this bag, I have the Steady Thread 2023. I'm going to cover up my needle minder because it's a rude statement. But this is the 2023 Blackwork sale. I've downloaded all the patterns. I started to frog this, but I thought, no, I'm going to finish it. So this is the leftover fabric from my pandemic. This is 28 count Joblin from 123 Stitch, and I've only gotten a few weeks done. I've got all the patterns downloaded. I just have to pick it back up and work on it. I started to frog it and didn't. I decided I was going to finish it because I think once I do more on it, I'll like it better. I just got to a spot and I quit, and I shouldn't have. But we'll see. So then this is the Witchy Stitcher also. Let me find if I can find the pattern, if it's in here. Yeah, this, I don't think I've got a front page for this. Do I? Yes, okay. This is the M Bulk. I bought all the Sabbath patterns, so I started this on M Bulk of 2022. And this is as far as I've gotten. I just turned my Coke over. This is as far as I've gotten. This is on some linen from Fortnite Fabrics in the call for DMCs. So that's as far as I've gotten on that. Yeah, like I said, I have completely lost my stitching mojo, and I'm hoping to get it back in the coming year. I did loosen off the tension on all my Q-snaps and turn that Coke squarely over. At least there wasn't very much left in it. So, yeah. Then, last but not least, is the big one. This is Long Dog Samplers Pandemic, and as you know, we started this way back in, I think, 2022, beginning of 2022. And I went through and added in all the changes that I wanted to make. And I got to looking at the group, and I got very discouraged because I thought other people's was prettier than mine, and I put mine up. But I think mine is pretty, and I think it's going to be beautiful when it's done. And I think sometimes we need to take a step away from stuff and look at it from further back so that we can really see how beautiful it is. I chose this variegated colorist floss for my figures, and then I'm doing like my birds in purple and my animals in green, and then my add-ins I'm doing in this gold. So, you know, looking at it in the video, I think it's going to be beautiful. So I'm going to work on this, y'all. I am going to work on it. I'm not going to finish it this year because it's 22 pages and I have finished a page. But looking at it now in the camera, I think it's pretty. So I'm going to finish it, and it needs to be seen. So you know what I'm going to do today after I get done taking care of my animals? I'm going to work on this. If I can find my floss. I think I know where it is. Sometimes you need to take a step back from stuff. I think that's true in life. Work on what brings your heart joy, but I think sometimes when we're too up close to a situation, we don't see the beauty that's actually there because we're too caught up in the detail. So I think this is a good metaphor for life. Take a step back and look at it, and you'll see how beautiful it actually is. Because as I look at it from a distance, it's beautiful, and I'm very happy with my color choices. So there's your life lesson. That's all the cross stitch whips that I have, because I have, like I said, I haven't worked on anything in forever, and Does that make me a bad cross stitcher? No, that just makes me a person who has life going on. And yeah, I think that sometimes when you try to compare yourself to other people, that was the downside of being in that group. I compared myself to other people and I got down on myself, and that was a mistake. So I am not a good tender to my cross stitch here, the way I've got stuff wadded up in this bag, but you know, it still works and I still get stuff done and it still does just fine. So anyway, so that is my WIP parade, such as it is, for cross stitch. Not very many. I did frog one piece and I did finish a piece. I think I finished it this year, my runes piece. So this is going to get some love, I think, today. I've been itching to work on that, actually, which is interesting. And the little Halloween piece might get some love today. But first, I got animals to take care of. So I hope y'all are doing good, and we'll see y'all soon. Bye.